What's going on, everybody? I am SCHEELS fishing expert Josh Douglas. I got my new boat right here, and if you followed along at all for the last few years, you may have known that I have always stuck to one brand when it comes to fishing electronics for that whole fishing network for my boat. This year is 2024 and things are different. There's an arms race going on right now in the world of fishing electronics. So many. Now, whether you just are like me and you're out on the water and every day you need to catch them, because that's my job. It's either to put people on big bags, guiding them, or to try to win tournaments, or just put together great content for SCHEELS. And no different for you. You're out there fishing, you just want to have the best possible day. But there's so much information to learn. That's my new goal moving forward, is I'm running all the electronics. Every brand of electronics, and I'm going to learn to utilize what's good, who's doing what better, and just take advantage of everything so that one, I'm learning, and two, I can pump out awesome content for you. So please jump in the boat with me and check out my new setup. Used the Lowrance products for a long time. They're graphs for a better part of a decade. It's what I know, it's what I'm familiar with. You know, when it comes to running waypoints, waypoint management, mapping options, both Navionics and CMAP, that's what I'm familiar with. When it comes to structure scan, their introduction to the new structure scan 2, very, very good. Right on level with a Humminbird Mega Imaging or something like that in that fashion. So this is why I'm running this at my face. More of a familiarity than anything. The down scan is, you know, right there at the best. Their Sonar is right there at the best. I feel like probably all the companies are very close in that department right now. So when you're looking for something, when you're shopping at SCHEELS and you're looking for electronics, you feel free to go with what you feel like is most comfortable to you. And then also look at mapping options for your area. That's important. Do not assume that every one of these companies, a map card is a map card is a map card. That's just not accurate. Actually, different areas have different things. So if you're going to spend the money on the electronics today, I would definitely recommend asking for a good map card for that area or the places that you'll be visiting. But right here is where I'm doing my mapping, I'm doing my sonaring, I'm using my structure scan, I'm looking for the places where these fish could be, saving waypoints along my map, stop signs, places for me to go, and then I'm going to grab a rod and I'm going to move up to the front deck, and that's the office. That's where we really start to break things down. Come on. All right, we get up on the front deck of the boat. This is where you're going to see the biggest changes. We're running everything. There's good reason for it too. In my opinion right now, I'm taking the things that I'm not that familiar with, maybe the things that I've been jealous in the past that other anglers can run, or that I just have good buddies that fish a lot that are just telling me if you have the option and you can get this on your boat, you should be doing it. So I'm taking their word for it. I still have a Lowrance. That's the first thing you're going to see here. Another Lowrance HDS 12 Pro. I'm utilizing that again for waypoint management, mapping. Everything communicates. When I save a waypoint, it saves back there and vice versa. So that's my main vessel. That's my waypoint management, my mapping, my sonar. Here I'm running a Humminbird Apex 13. I have not had a Humminbird. I've only owned one Humminbird in my whole life, and I believe it was on my very first boat. And we got a Humminbird Mega 360. Never been able to run that before. Different options with the other companies out there, Lowrance in particular, where you can utilize a form of 360. This is definitely the most efficient one. It's an extension of the trolling motor. It's always evolving. It's showing you the really hard to see hard spots, grass lines, holes in the grass, so much stuff that I'm excited to finally take advantage of this year, and I think really give everyone some great content of me utilizing it so I can break it down. If you're looking for just that, you're going to get that content. Next up, I'm running a Garmin. Now this is a little bit different from last year. I was running Lowrance's Active Target. Now I'm running the Garmin 12-inch Ultra 2. That's a relatively new unit. I'm running the new LVS 34 system. That's Panoptix Live Scope. Right now I have just the one on, and forward I do have another one of those and another LVS 34 Live Scope system for mixing it up, mainly for content reasons. You're going to want to stay tuned in. There's going to be a lot of different comparisons, screenshots, screen recordings, different stuff like that. The goal is never, ever, like it's been in my entire career. I don't talk negatively about anybody. Everybody's got fantastic products, but I am going to talk positively about where they're winning and what they're doing right there and why I'm utilizing it. Last up, we're running the new Minn Kota Ultrex. This is the Quest. I'm very familiar with Ultrex back in Fortrex, maybe even before that. can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I ran Minn Kota forever. Last couple of years been running the Ghost. There's some things that I was very intrigued about this particular trolling motor that I wanted to run. I like that it's still cable driven. It's super fast and it's brushless now. But big one is the head moves. And I like that because it's important to me that when I'm learning my forward sonar, my live scope or active target or live, whatever it is that you're throwing, to be able to know in relation where you're at all the time so that you can make accurate casts without looking up. You know, just like you have to do if you're really good at flipping grass, you need to be very stealthy and know how to move around in it. Well, where you put your boat and how you're holding your boat on the water, your very presence of being out there is generally always half the battle, and that goes with electronics, whether you're out in 30 feet using your electronics or whether you're up dirt shallow. So that's my setup for right now. Like I said, we have full redundancy on all these drafts, so we'll be switching them out throughout the season to just bring very good content. So please check out my channel, Josh Douglas Fishing. Of course, follow SCHEELS and SCHEELS Outdoors. We'll be bringing awesome content because, again, the point of me and my relationship with SCHEELS is to, one, train the staff so they continue to be the most educated staff out there, and at the same time provide awesome content for them and the customers that shop their stores. Tune in. Tight lines.